Buenos dias, everybody. I'm in the beautiful town of Oaxaca in Mexico. I'll be taking a look at the city and then taking you to a couple of really amazing spots. Come along with me, it'll be great.
Come with me as I show you around Oaxaca, visit the ruins of Mitla, explore some fascinating pools, and check out a world-renowned tree. Oaxaca's history spans over 2,500 years, beginning with the Zapotec civilization and their capital, Monte Alban, founded around 500 BCE. Later, the Mixtec people rose to prominence, leaving a legacy of intricate gold work and artistry that still defines the region today. In 1521, the Spanish arrived, officially founding the city as Antequera in 1532. Built using local green cantera stone, the city became a global trade hub in the 17th century through the export of cochineal, a valuable red dye. During the 19th century, Oaxaca shaped the nation as the birthplace of Benito Juárez, Mexico's first indigenous president. In 1872, the city was renamed Oaxaca de Juárez in his honor. Today, it remains Mexico's most culturally diverse state, preserved through the traditions of 16 different indigenous groups. Let's first explore Oaxaca's downtown area. This is the Zócalo. It has been the city's civic center since the Spanish laid out the grid in 1529. Unlike the grand plazas of Mexico City, Oaxaca's Zócalo is defined by its massive Indian laurel trees planted in the late 1800s. Located just one block southwest of the Zócalo is the Templo de la Compañía de Jesús. It was established by the Jesuit order which arrived in Oaxaca in 1576. Construction on the original temple, initially dedicated to St. Francis Xavier, began in 1579. This is Templo de Santo Domingo de Guzmán. Construction on this Dominican monastery began in 1575 and spanned over 200 years. Built using the region's iconic green cantera stone, the structure was designed with thick walls to withstand Oaxaca's frequent earthquakes. In front of the templo is the Plaza de Santo Domingo. This plaza served as a social and religious hub for the Dominican order, who were the primary administrators of the region during the colonial era. When I travel, I like to explore areas a bit outside of the downtown. So I came across Paseo Juárez. Originally known as El Llano de Guadalupe, this park dates back to the early colonial period when it was used as a staging ground for livestock and religious processions. In 1894, it was officially renamed in honor of Benito Juárez, the first indigenous president of Mexico. Oaxaca streets are a living museum of Spanish colonial urban planning and indigenous craftsmanship. The city follows a precise grid pattern laid out in 1529, where 100-yard blocks are centered around the Zócalo. Unlike modern cities, colonial building facades in Oaxaca come directly to the sidewalk edge.
One thing I really like about Oaxaca are the rooftop bars and restaurants. They're really an awesome place to just relax, have some great food, and enjoy the views.
It's time to leave the beautiful city of Oaxaca and explore the city of the dead. Hidden in the dry valleys of Oaxaca lies a site where the living and the dead have whispered to each other for over a millennium. This is Mitla, known to the Zapotecs as Lioba, the place of rest. While nearby Monte Alban was a mountain-top capital of political power, Mitla was the spiritual powerhouse of the Zapotec civilization, reaching its peak between 750 and 1521 AD, after the fall of the Monte Alban. It was the residence of the Uyatazu, the high priest who held more power than kings and who was believed to be the only human capable of entering the underworld to consult the ancestors. The heart of this engineering marvel is the group of columns. This grand palace is accessed through a wide staircase leading into a massive rectangular hall. Standing in a perfect line down the center are the 6 monolithic volcanic columns. Each of these pillars was carved from a single piece of stone, weighing several tons and standing over 11 feet tall. They weren't just decorative. They originally supported a massive wooden and thatched roof that spanned the entire 125-foot hall. Walking between these pillars, you are tracing the footsteps of the high priests who used the space for the most sacred of rituals. The layout of Mitla is defined by its interconnecting pathways and blind entrances. Unlike many open Mayan sites, Mitla feels like a fortress of privacy. The pathways are designed as narrow, right-angle corridors that force you to slow down and turn sharply before entering a new courtyard. This served a dual purpose. It created a sense of mystery and exclusivity for the priests, and it provided a strategic defense as a large group of invaders could never rush the interior chambers at once. But the story of Mitla changed forever in 1544. When the Spanish arrived, they saw these temples as the back door to hell and sought to bury the old gods. They didn't just build a church nearby, they built the church of San Pablo Apostol directly on top of the North Group, the most sacred Zapotec platform. It was the ultimate act of religious recycling. If you look at the base of the church today, you can see the red colonial domes rising out of walls that still contain original Zapotec fretwork, a literal collision of two different worlds frozen in stone. If you are planning a trip to Oaxaca in Mexico, make sure to at least spend a day at Mitla and explore this vast and incredible archaeological site. It is really well worth it. Time for me to head out and visit another amazing site.
Around here, it's an amazing environment, absolutely stunning, just great views. Breathtaking.
In the rugged mountains of the Sierra Norte, nature has spent thousands of years crafting a masterpiece that looks like a frozen waterfall, but is actually a rare geological marvel. This is Hierve el Agua, a sight so surreal it feels like a glimpse into another world. Its name translates to "the water boils," though the water here is actually cool. The boil refers to the bubbling of natural springs as they push through the Earth's crust, heavily saturated with calcium carbonate and other minerals. But Hierve el Agua isn't just a natural wonder, it's an ancient engineering feat. Over 2,500 years ago, the Zapotec people recognized the potential of these mineral springs. They constructed an intricate irrigation system of canals and terraces carved directly into the rock, some of which are still visible today. There are plenty of shops and small restaurants nearby, so if you get hungry or if you get thirsty, don't worry, you'll find something here for sure. Time for me to head out to my next stop. Welcome to the beautiful El Tule. Tule is about a 20 to 30 minutes drive from Oaxaca, and it's known for the Templo de Santa María de la Asunción, an 18th century church built by Spanish missionaries. But it is probably mostly known for the Árbol de Tule, a Montezuma cypress with the widest trunk in the world. It's so massive that for years scientists thought it was several trees fused together, but DNA has proven it's a single 2,000-year-old giant. If you're planning to visit El Tule, try and spend some time exploring the streets nearby. There's certainly lots of art to be found in El Tule. I really enjoyed my day trip here and hope to come back one day. Time for me to head back to Oaxaca. I have a few more days here and tons to explore, so follow me, and as always, happy travels.